Hey guys, how's it going? My name is still Blackblade and welcome back to vlog number 9 of our Shadow Ball Lightning build. Now, we did some significant changes to the skill tree, specifically now that the Ascendancy has been released. So finally, so before we go into the skill tree proper, let's talk about the Ascendancy class. The class that we are going to be taking is the Assassin, of course, because this is going to be a crit-based build. So we did take the Ambush over here and then the Assassinate, and then finally we took the Unstable Infusion. You might want to play around and take the Deadly Infusion instead for that 8% critical strike multiplier per power charge that you have. But then if you're going that route, then make sure that you help Alira so that you have like a maximum of 7, I believe, power charges. You can take advantage of that one. But for me, I still really love the Assassinate Ascendancy class skill node, simply because we get that calling strike when we get that on monsters that are on low life. Plus we get that 30% increased damage when the monsters are on low life. So yeah, they could potentially die, like really fast once their lives are, once their lives are low. So yeah, and passing to, of course, Ambush. You can't really beat this one. It's also one of my favorite, Ascendancy class nodes for the 40% increased critical strike multipliers, which are on full life. And then of course we get that 100% more critical strike chances on enemies that are on full life. Passing, of course, critical strike chances and multiplier nodes over here, and we have some more actually critical strike chance and increased power charge duration. Alright then, so let's go to the skill tree proper. So we are going to pass through the elemental damage and energy shield nodes over here. We did go with the cast speed instead of going with the elemental damage because I just really want more cast speed in my character. As you can see, he's not really casting that fast. So yeah, more cast speed is actually pretty good. And then we have Trickery over there, and then we went down over here to take some life nodes, ending with Blood Siphon. We went to the right side to take the Assassination, the Cold-Hearted Calculation over here, and then I went over here to take the Nullification. The Nullification is actually pretty optional. The only reason that I took the Nullification is to get that plus 8% to all of our elemental resistances, because I was kind of having a little bit of trouble when it comes to all of my all resist. So yeah, that's the only reason that I took it. But if you can max it out through your jewels or through your gear, then these are 2 more points that you could allocate somewhere else. Of course, we took the infuse over here for another power charge. And then we went up over here to take some life and energy shield nodes, ending with written blood. And then we went up over here to take some spell critical strike chances and multipliers, ending with Doomcast. And then finally we went over up here to take some critical strike multipliers, ending with Throat Seeker. We went down over here to take some life and then energy shield, ending with Melding. We went over to the left side over here to take some life and mana nodes, Heart and Soul, life and mana node again, and then Deep Wisdom. And then we went over to the left side to take the practical application, so that we don't get we have that chance of avoidance that we don't get stunned while we are casting the Oculus Dominion. And then finally the some spell critical strike chances over here, ending with Annihilation. So we did take the blast radius over here just to increase the radius of the ball lightning. Again, the ball lightning is not taking any benefit from area damage, so the area damage over here doesn't work. The area damage there doesn't work, and the area damage here doesn't work, which which still perplexes me up until now. I mean, we should be getting a huge ton of area damage just by getting the amplify, the blast radius, and from the carcass jack. But then again, that actually helps from the so that the radius of the ball lightning would be bigger, which means that it can hit practically more monsters in a single ball, and which also means that two ball lightnings can actually overlap. So that overlap area where they are, monsters that are in there could actually potentially take more damage. So yeah, it's still going to help nonetheless. So we went up over here to take some more power charges, and then we took some jewel socket over here. What you're looking for is anything to do with lightning damage, lightning spell damage, or cast speed with lightning skills, global critical strike chances, global critical strike multipliers, spell critical strike chances and multipliers, and if you can have some life. And as you can see here, I have plus 12% to fire and cold resistances, just to max out my resistances. And then we went up over here to take the cruel preparation for some life, and then we went down over here to take the unnatural calm for that 1% additional maximum to our lightning resistance. And then we went over here to take some spell critical strike multipliers, ending with arcane potency. We went over here to take some life and chaos nodes, chaos resistance nodes, ending with purity of flesh. And then we went down over here to take the celestial punishment, some more life here towards devotion, and then some more power charges over there. Light of divinity, amplify, and then retribution. Finally, getting the discipline and training for some life. Now, since the level we're at level 87, so you can actually push the character some more. You could get some more lightning damage over here. But for me, preferably, I'd like to go over here and take the crackling speed, so that we get that increased lightning damage, we get that cast speed, and then we get that plus 15% to our critical strike multiplier. Or probably go down over here to take either cast speed or some more spell damage nodes over here, or up over here to take the lightning walker, or you could go up here and finish up by taking all of the lightning damage nodes, and finally ending with Heart of the Thunder. There's a lot of things that you could go with, so yeah, you might wanna play around with that one. Alright, so let's go to the skill gems, or what I mean is the gear. You can dual wield the Divinarius for this build so that you get that 20% increased radius area of skills. But for me, I decided to go with only one because of the fact that I really wanted to increase the critical strike chances and damage and multipliers of the ball lightning itself. So yeah, you can get more of those when it comes to regular daggers or rare daggers, or if not, if you can't really find something similar to this one, just dual wield the Divinarius instead. It's going to work well. Of course, we're going to be using the Maligar's Virtuosity since this is a crit build. The Carcass Jack for the 20% increased radius area of skills. Not really necessary, but if you can, you're going to need to use this. Life and resist for belt, life resist for our boots, and if you can get that additional critical strike chance if you haven't quit recently when you're going with your labyrinth runs. Of course, life and resist, 2 rings, life and resist, and if you can, add some additional lightning damage over there if you can. It's not really necessary, but if you can, go ahead. Finally, we're going with the Onyx Amulet for this one, just to be able to max out to max out all of our gem requirements or gear requirements, strength, intelligence, and dexterity. Finally, for our helm, it's entirely optional, but I chose the Joffrey's Crown for this one. This is going to be awesome. Even though it doesn't give us any life, it does give us, a couple of resistances right there, and it helps us to, max out our resistances. So for what's connected to our ball lightning, what's connected there is slower projectiles, spell echo, increased critical damage, mana leech, and then of course life leech. Now, if you have a pretty good mana regeneration in your gear, and you can compensate for about 90 of the mana cost, and your mana regen can go up to about 95 or about 100, then instead of mana leech, then you may want to choose increased critical strikes or lightning penetration, either of those two. Of course, life leech will be really important for this build, because that will actually help you when it comes to your survivability, because you're doing so much damage, and the ball lightning is attacking so many times, and at the same time that it's actually going really slow. So yeah, the life leech will really help when it comes to your survivability. Alright, then for the rest of the gems, what do we have? We have Arc, Portal, and then we have Power Charge on Critical over here, because I don't know why I'm having a little bit of trouble when it comes to getting the Power Charges through the Ball Lightning, but then a couple of hits from the Arc with Power Charge on Critical, we get those Power Charges up really quick. And then of course we have Ice Golem, Whirling Blades, and faster attacks for our movement skill attached to Fortify. Finally, the typical combination of CWDT, Molten Shell, Immortal Call, and increased duration. We have increased area of effect with Herald of Ice over there for one of our auras, and then Enduring Cry for defensive purposes. And finally, we have conductivity for our curse attached to, of course, Herald of Thunder with curse on hit. And then finally, we have Arctic Armour over there. I've tried doing the build without the Arctic Armour, and it's really dangerous, guys. You could get one shot, potentially one shot with high physical damage mobs. So yeah, adding the Arctic Armour gives you that additional defense when it comes to physical damage monsters. Alright, so the damage of our ball lightning currently is at 7.2k, which goes up once we get our power charges up, with a spell critical strike chance of 48.15%, which again goes up once we get our power charges up, with a critical strike multiplier of 569%. Defensively, I'm not going to talk about the armor because it's really bad, but then all of our resistances are capped, with our lightning resistance at 76%, which is also really good. Alrighty then, so the map that we are going to be doing is a map tier 9 underground map with a 25 more magic monsters, just for you guys to get a feel of how the build works. Alrighty then, let's begin. Alrighty then, here we go, testing the map, or testing the build with the map. So far the build has been working phenomenally great. Hey, there's Katarina. I'm gonna get to you later. The build has been working great, and the only trouble that I have experienced with this one, I did encounter one reflect, and you can actually control the damage by observing the monsters. If it has a reflect, then you could just probably cast it once and then run away, or have a lightning based flask so that you have that additional increase to your lightning resistance. That's going to be really helpful, but then I can't really get a good roll with it, so yeah, I don't have it yet. But yeah, if you can, get a lightning flask, that's going to really help a lot when it comes to what the fuck. Oh, please don't do this to me again. When it comes to lightning reflect maps. Alrighty then, why am I getting so few monsters here? Normally it's supposed to be a lot. Alright, so there's a huge pack of monster over there. Oh god, sometimes this is what I hate about characters which are mainly based above the skill tree. They really run slow. They really move slow, or simply because I don't have any movement speed in my boots. But yeah, aside from that, yeah, they really move really slow. So okay, enough talk. Let's get into more gameplay over here. So yeah, I don't really play much this map, so I'm not exactly sure where the boss is. It's probably on the upper left. They're mostly on the upper left. Oops! Alright, it's a good thing that I saw that, or else I would have died. Alrighty then, so maybe he's over here towards the right side. So as you can see, it's actually working pretty great. And what about highest maps? I think the highest that I was able to do was the Necropolis, map 10, map tier 10, I should say. Map tier 10 map. Map tier 10 map, is that right? I don't know. Alright then, but I don't care, so let's just find the boss, I guess. Whoa. So I still don't really want to get cocky. You can't face tank it. I've tried face tanking some, but sometimes it's impossible. Specifically if they're doing a huge physical damage. And yeah, we don't have any armor, but yeah. Alright then, so doing well, doing great. I still do hope that sometimes I do have a pair of boots which has a 20% movement speed in it, but then I cannot cap out my lightning resistance. So yeah, it's really hard to choose sometimes. Between movement speed or just. Alright, so here's the boss right here. And let's I don't want to get cocky. Oops, I forgot about the damage. Alright, so there's the damage. Holy shit. So we have all of our our power charges up, and it's at what, 60.15 critical strike chance. Alright, and 8.9k damage. I don't want to get cocky, so I don't really want to face tank it. Okay, here we go. Serious mode. And the monster is dead. So we've got some maps over there. Let's just finish up by killing all of his minions over here. Alright, so we didn't get any unique items. And I guess that's about it for this episode. Alright, so that's about it for this episode, guys. Again, let me know what you guys think about the build in the comment section down below. And thank you all so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed the content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'm gonna see you guys on the next part of my video. have a good one. But yeah, you know, Maro Erki is not really that expensive, I think. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, I just found mine and you know, I just master crafted it. Hold on, now, holy crap, this is already the boss. I kind of didn't see that. Alright, here you go.